Hello everybody and welcome back to Mind Your Money. My name is Tasha and I'm going to be sharing with you guys the 2021 sinking funds that we've set up and how we're going to be funding them. Now, if this is your first time coming to the channel, thank you so much for clicking on that thumbnail. I hope that you'll find the channel interesting enough to stick around. I am the blogger behind TashaLovesLife.com, a wife and a mother. And we started this channel as a way to document our journey to debt freedom, financial independence, and building generational wealth. So there's a lot going on here, including budgeting, managing our money, and saving our money. So again, if that interests you, stay tuned. And for all those of you who've been here before, I appreciate you so very much. Thank you so much for your continued support and viewership. So this is the TUL notebook that I purchased from Office Depot, and I switched out those like 1-inch rings for I think these are 2-inch rings, and I put them on because I'm going to be using this in 2021, and this is where I'm putting pen to paper to track all of our sinking funds. All right, so let me open this up so I can show you what we're doing. Okay, so these are the first 4 sinking funds that we have. They're not in any particular order. It's not alphabetical. It's just basically what I copied this from my last planner, which was in the Erin Condren, and since the year is closing out, we're not going to be using Erin Condren anymore. So we have clothing, and I like everything streamlined. It just works better for my brain. So to move you in a little bit so you can see a little bit closer, I've been tracking since August. So our starting balance in the middle of August was $62.92, and then I just tracked every time there was a deposit and there was a withdrawal, and then in blue here is the current balance, $54.48, which probably needs to be updated, but I'm going to show you the current balance in each of these sinking funds on the screen. And most of our sinking funds, about 95% of them, are with Capital One 360. So this one has been established. I started using sinking funds at the very end of 2019. So in December of 2019, I started because I learned a lot about sinking funds and how they work. And it's been a game changer for me. So clothing is coming with us, of course, because we are a family of 5. We have 2 toddlers, we have a pre-teenager, and then it's myself and my husband. So I've been using this quite frequently, but what I would like to do, hopefully in the spring, with clothing, we're going to be contributing money to this as much as we can to reach our goal of $500. Okay, and then we have Christmas, and of course Christmas we started with a balance of $335.24, and this was in the middle of August. And then of course we kept contributing, and then we had the holiday savings challenge that I collaborated on with Brit Plans Life. This is going to be coming with us, of course, in 2021, and the goal is going to be $1,000. We really want to be able to reach that goal, but we're going to see how that works because we are going to be focused on different sinking funds to start out the year. But you'll see that the balance in this account is now 0 because, or it has a few cents in it because we have already spent all of our Christmas funds so far. And we started shopping for Christmas early in the year because I think it's best to start really early. So we have less than $1 or less than 50 cents in this account. Then we have back to school. This is a new one. It doesn't have anything in it yet, and I haven't yet opened the savings account with Capital One to start it because I don't think we'll be funding this until close to around March or April of next year. So stay tuned for that. But the goal is to save up $500 because, again, we have a middle schooler and our 2 smallest children are not school age yet, and they won't even be thinking about actual school or even preschool for another 2 years. All right, then we have gifts. That is also a new one that hasn't been officially established yet. I think I'm going to use Ally for that. So it won't be a separate savings account, but it will be a bucket as an extension to the savings account that we have with Ally Bank, and the interest rate on that is still pretty high considering the climate that we're in, and our goal is going to be $250. Now I'm going to move to the next page. Okay, my state license renewal. If you have not seen my 2021 annual budget, recently I had to revise that to include this new sinking fund because we're going to be contributing to this starting January 1st, 2021. The goal is $400, so we're going to be saving $20 per week for this, and I'll also show you that on the screen. It's already set up with Capital One 360, and it does not have a starting balance. We're going to put our first $20 in here for the first paycheck of January. And then we have medical. My goal is $2,000, and we started tracking this again in August. It had a starting balance of $85.16. I need to update it here in the tracker, but I'm going to show you the balance again on the screen so you can see that we do have this separated. We did need to use some money from this in October and also in November, and the balance right now will be again on the screen because I haven't opened up the account yet to see what the actual balance is. But when I do track our sinking funds going forward, I will start here and update the balances on the paper. Then we have our vehicle insurance, and this is what we're saving up so we can pay our insurance in full for 6 months. We're still going to keep this account even though we sold the car for parts because it was a 20-year-old car. So we're going to keep this because we are going to purchase a new car shortly and it's going to be in cash. So we're going to continue saving $20 per week to put towards this, and our goal is $1,040. Now I'm going to move to the next page. Our vehicle maintenance. This is for tire rotation. This is for oil changes. This is for everything that keeps the car in good running condition. So that, and then also registration, all of those sort of things. Even when we have to renew our driver's licenses, we'll use the money from this sinking fund. So it's a vehicle maintenance. The goal is $1,000, and then we're going to track how we're what transactions are being made right here in this notebook. And then we have our renter's insurance. The goal is $240 because we have pretty decent insurance with the with Allstate Insurance Company. And then we started with a balance of 2 cents. This used to be my Notary Public sinking fund because I am a Notary Public, and pre-2020, before all the shutdown and the virus running rampant, I was making a significant amount of money as a Notary Public, but because of that I had to switch it out, and I'm actually going to be transferring all of the income, royalties, any other side hustle or business income into a separate notebook. I'm not going to be tracking it here any longer, but that's why it started with a balance of 2 cents, because I took everything out of this account and transferred it somewhere else. All right, so we fully funded this sinking fund on October 28th, and I rounded up the number because the actual balance we needed is $238, and I rounded it up to $240 because I just like that whole number. And then of course interest accrues on all of these sinking funds because they are in savings accounts. So whatever is extra, I will probably put that in our spare change savings account because it's just like a coin drawer, except for it's digital. So those are our sinking funds, you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video enough to give me a big thumbs up, and thank you so much for this community. We appreciate you and we love you, and we hope that you are ready to close out December strong and go into 2021 even stronger. Remember to mind your money, manage it well, and live your lives to the fullest. Bye, guys.